Dr. Disrespect, right? He's out here crashing out on people again. This time, he's crashing out on Nickmercs and DrLupo, right? I haven't seen these clips. I don't really know what's going on, but chances are it's to do with the whole drama that he was going through, right? Whether or not you believe him or not, it's probably to do with that. But like I said, I haven't seen the clips, so this is me reacting to him at the same time as you, most likely, right? So, here we go.
These poor people are depressed, huh? I think anybody that like talks about anybody else so like passionately and with so much thought about someone else, I think they're the biggest pussies. I really do. I really do. I think Nickmercs is the biggest fucking pussy in the world. Lupo, obviously, he's a big ass. He's a fake. Let's go ahead and say it. Didn't talk about it before, but I'm in the mood now to talk about it. I think these fucking people are the phoniest people in the industry, man. You know what I mean, champs? I won't talk about it anymore, but I just had to say that. I did, and I know you guys know, but God, I had to say it. Biggest fucking phonies. Right? I can call out all these people. I don't want to, though, man. I'm just in like a bad mood, but at the same time, it's just like I have to say the obvious. I do. Like, who does that? You know what I mean, champs? These people have met, like those two people met Mrs. Assassin and Baby Assassin, Little Assassin, right? They met him multiple times. So for Nick to go on some fucking low-budget podcast and talk about us the way he did, like, who does that? Like, pause the music. Pause the. I just gotta say it. Like, who does that? You fucking phony pussy. And then Lupo's screaming at the top of his lungs. He's got 400 viewers now. No one gives a, like, he's always copied us. Transitions, intros, all that stuff. He's always has. Like, I just gotta go and I'm just gonna release some stuff off my mind just because I'm in the, just because I got so many technical fucking issues and audio issues and everything's always, there's always fucking technical issues happening on the stream, huh?
Now, I'm not going to lie. That was a lot more direct than I thought it would be, right? I thought this would just be, because I hadn't seen the clip, right? I just thought this would just be like him throwing out like a couple sneak disses towards Nick. No, this is a direct, Nick, you're a fucking pussy. Or what did he say? A fucking phony. Some shit like that, right? This is a lot more direct than I thought it would be, right? In some places, or in a lot of places, those are fighting words. So, but here's the thing. I'm not going to say much right now because I can't really comment on the situation unless I've seen the clip that he's talking about. Like, I've got to now go find the clip of Nick on this low-budget podcast, whatever the fuck that is. So, one sec. Okay, so I found the clip of Nick on the podcast, right? So this is the whole reason Dr. Disrespect was crashing out, right? So this is it.
Respect.
That's a tough one.
And you obviously know him personally. Good dude.
I know him personally. I do. I mean, we met in person twice, briefly, and we've played a lot of games together throughout the years. People think that we're like best friends. That's not true. And then people also say, oh, they only gamed a couple times. I mean, that's not true either. We're somewhere in the center. The internet's canceling this guy. Everybody's like, oh, Nick, how about this guy? This is your boy, huh? I go on, I say, listen, man, I understand what people are saying. Let's wait till we get some facts and then we'll make a decision. So I waited.
And two, you're not.
And I got a bunch of shit for waiting. Everyone's like, fuck you, man. Speak out on your boy. What the fuck, man? I mean, I got railed on social, but I was the only one that didn't. So I waited because I was this tweet, which is now deleted, by the way. And it was the worst tweet that I have ever seen from somebody in trouble. Not only was the original the worst, this motherfucker edits that same tweet like 6 times. And he admits in this tweet to talking to somebody inappropriately who was underage. Go on Twitter. I say, look, facts came out. This sucks fucking ass. We didn't know about this, obviously, and we're gonna cut ties. And we don't condone or agree with anything like this. They're not happy with that either.
Why are they not happy with it?
Because like, oh, so you can go hard on some leave the kids alone shit, but when it's your boy, it's just like, oh, you're not happy about it. The fuck do you want, man? I said I don't condone it. It's disgusting.
Cut all ties.
And we're cutting ties. Done. So weeks go by. This guy deletes that tweet and then says that it was all a joke. He put out that tweet as bait to see who his real friends are.
So here's the thing. That was nowhere near as bad as I assumed it would be. To be honest with you, I don't understand why Dr. Disrespect is that pissed off about it, to be honest with you. Like I said, I thought Nick would actually have said some shit that would be offensive. But to me, I don't know. he didn't seem like he said that much, to be honest. Like, the thing is, I assumed it would be to do with the whole, like, oh, he was talking to a minor, da-da-da-da-da, right? I assumed that would be the reason why, right? And it turns out that is kind of the reason why, right? But the thing is, and I got to be honest, right? I like Dr. Disrespect, but my guy, what the fuck do you expect? Because what I'm taking from this is, Dr. Disrespect, right, is annoyed that he went through all of that shit, right? Whether or not he did it or did not do it, I don't know, right? I weren't fucking there. I'm not him. I'm not the girl, right? I don't fucking know, right? The point is, I'm guessing he's pissed off, right? Because he went through all of that, and at the same time, all of the people who he thought were his friends at the time basically 180'd and just ignored him, right? Just tried to save themselves, right? Now, in that sense, I feel bad for him, right? If he genuinely didn't do this with this girl, whatever, right, and all of his friends left him, that sucks, right? I do kind of feel bad for you, right? But it gets back to the point where it's like, well, Dr. Disrespect, what the fuck what do you expect? Genuinely, right? Nick is out here. He's got a kid. He's trying to feed. He's got a wife or whatever, right? The guy's got a family, right? He's got his own life. The same as Dr. Lupo. The same as Tim the Tatman. They've all got, like, at the end of the day, right? Whether or not you like these creators or not, right? They're all running a business, right? It doesn't matter who it is. If a streamer is spending that amount of time in front of a screen, right? They're doing it because they want it to be a business, right? There's very few streamers who genuinely stream because they enjoy doing it, right? Maybe that's why they got into it, but that's not the reason why. I'd say 99% of streamers stream for money, right? That's not that big of a deal, right? So you can't then be surprised when all of these same people want to save themselves, don't want to lose what they've worked hard to create. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, as much as it sucks for Dr. Disrespect, you can't sit here, you can't blame Nickmercs for ghosting Dr. Disrespect. You can't sit here and be annoyed at Dr. Lupo for talking shit about you when you were going through these allegations. They are fucked up allegations, and it is a fucked up thing to be associated with. So you can't sit there and you can't blame people for trying to back away from it and move away. Like I said, Nick, he's got a kid to feed, he's got a wife to take care of, right? He's got bills, taxes, whatever the fuck, right? He's got to live his own fucking life. So to me, I don't know, I'm rambling on a bit. It just seems a little bit disingenuous for him to be annoyed at someone for not wanting to lose their livelihood. Like, if Nickmercs had stuck up for him through that entire thing, and then it turned out that he was actually doing that, guess what? Then Nick takes a hit for something that he wasn't even involved in. So look, I get it. Maybe he shouldn't have said that on a podcast, but ultimately, like, for some reason, Dr. Disrespect is acting like this hasn't already been over the internet for like 2 years or a year, right? Even I fucking made a video on it, right? It is what it is. And it is weird what he did with that tweet, where he said that tweet and then deleted it all, and it seemed like a little bit off in the first place. Like, that was weird too. So, like, to me, nothing Nickmercs said really was that big of a deal or was that disrespectful to Nickmercs. Like, I get it, yeah, cool, or to Dr. Disrespect. Like, I get it, cool, you had Nickmercs there, he met your wife, he met your kids. Look, yeah, that's cool, and it sucks that he's not your friend anymore, but you can't sit there and blame him because he didn't want to associate himself with a situation that he actually knew nothing about. I mean, that's just common sense. It is what it is. So I get why he's in his feelings, but to me, it just seems a little bit like, what the fuck do you Nick want to? What the fuck do you want Nick? What the fuck do you want Nick to do? I'm having a stroke. But yeah, I don't know. To me, didn't seem like that big of a deal. Dr. Lupo, I guess I found another clip here, and I'm guessing this is the reason why Dr. Lupo, or why he hates Dr. Lupo. Again, for the same kind of situation, the guy was talking shit about Dr. Disrespect for potentially talking to a minor, which, again, in case you didn't know, in case you don't have a fucking brain, that deserves being talked shit about. This is the clip that I'm guessing as to why he went off on Dr. Lupo as well. So this is this clip. Again, I haven't seen it, but I assume it was in the same thread, so I'm guessing.
Crazy how Lupo just turns on people? Bitch, what? You want me? What the fuck do you expect? What? You should hold every person that you respect accountable for their mistakes too. So in the situation where a person that I was working with consistently on both game development and my career as a streamer at the same time, we had collaborated multiple times. Suddenly it turns out that years ago he tried to message a minor to solicit them for sex, and it got caught, and that's why it didn't happen. You expect me to not turn my back? Bro, y'all, there's no way you do not have fucking brain damage from this. There's absolutely no way. If anywhere along that path you go, oh, that's fine, you got something fucked up in your head, dude. I don't give a shit. Clip it, put it on LSF, tag him. I don't give a fuck, dude.
I mean, look, we don't need to listen to any more, right? So again, it's like, I get why he's getting pissed off and calling out and throwing shade and insulting these people, but at the same time, it's like, my guy, you can't be mad that I didn't want to associate myself with you grooming an underage girl. Like, that shouldn't be some crazy fucking, like, what the fuck do you expect? I've got, like, by the way, I'm speaking for, like, Dr. Lupo and Nickmercs here, right? Like I said, they've got their own lives. They've got fucking people to provide and care for. They ain't got time to be fucking worrying about whether or not you did it or not, right? If you are potentially going to ruin their cash flow and fuck up what they've worked hard for, yeah, no shit, they're going to turn their backs on you. And you probably would have done the same thing. So, I don't know. The guy just seems a little bit... Look, I get it. I get why he's in his feelings. But at the same time, you're a grown man. Like, you should understand and realize why these people were talking shit about you, given what you were being accused of. I don't know. It just seems a little bit off. Seems a little bit strange from Dr. Disrespect. I don't know. Just keep quiet or talk to these people in private. Like, I don't understand. Doing this whole, like, Nickmercs, you're a pussy, like, on camera, on stream, it's weird. Like, if you actually have a problem with Nickmercs, talk to him off camera. I don't know. For some reason, he didn't do that. I don't really know. It's a little bit strange. In fact, that clip that I originally showed you of Dr. Disrespect crashing out, that goes on for like 5 minutes. That was actually a shortened down version of the full rant, right? So the guy went on for a little while. It's kind of embarrassing. It's kind of like, what do you expect Nickmercs to do? And second of all, I don't even think he brought that up on the podcast. Like, I think he got asked the question about Nickmercs and he answered. So, I mean, even then, it's like, you can't even... Like, what are you even angry at? You kind of did it to yourself. I mean, it sucks if you're actually innocent, but Dr. Disrespect, you did it to yourself, right? And by the way, I'm saying this as a fan. I know it sounds like I'm hating on Dr. Disrespect and that I'm just a Nickmercs dick rider, right? I've watched them all. And I still watch them all. Now and again, I'll watch Dr. Disrespect. Now and again, I'll watch Nickmercs, Dr. Lupo now and again. Not as much. But like, I like all of these people. I respect all of these people. But in this situation right here, Dr. Disrespect, fix the fuck up. You don't need to be doing this shit.